Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I get to present to you finally, my Project Pan finale. I've been doing a Project Pan, the same kind of rotation of products since October. It's been a long journey. I had one little blip in May when I went away for several weeks, so it was kind of May into June. And I swapped out many products for travel ease because I was under a very strict weight limit. So that was kind of like the one little blip of time I couldn't really work on my products. But I am so happy to say that I finished a lot. I started with, I believe, 30 products. I worked my way slowly through them. There was hair care, some body care, I think some skin care, and a whole bunch of makeup I wanted to work through. And basically the whole purpose of this was to work my way through what I had. I just have way too much stuff, and I don't really get to have the chance to utilize all of it because I just get overwhelmed very easily. So I figured, let's do this. Let's do a big ol' Project Pan. So I'm going to show you guys today what products I finished in this last little month or two time period, my products that are left over, and if I cracked, what did I crack and purchase, which hint, yes, I did kind of purchase something, but I'm okay with it. And just kind of like my review and kind of a recap of what I think about my Project Pan and tips and tricks that I would definitely want to pass on to you guys and even keep in mind for my other future Project Pans. So I don't have my list with me, and I don't know where it went because I had it last night somewhere, and then when I went to look for it this morning, I couldn't find it. So we're gonna wing this. Why not? It's the last month. Let's just have fun with this. So the products that I finished. No, let's start with the products that are still left over. Stuff that is still left over, I'm not sure if I'm not gonna throw these things out because they were and are still good products. So, first product is the Garnier Fructis Leave-In Conditioning Cream. I really like this. I think this has eliminated my in-shower conditioners 100%. I just shampoo my hair now and then put this in, and it just leaves my hair feeling so silky, so soft, and not weighed down. Originally, I started, I want to say about up to here. I am currently down to here. So I did make a lot of progress with this, but I use just about a dime size amount. So it's still a big container, but I'm happy with it, and I don't mind not finishing it. And I'll probably end up repurchasing those for a while to come. Another product that I had was actually for the eyes, and I'm going to try to show you guys this without flipping everything out. It was, let's see, this very sparkly gold. So it's those three upper pans, and those all came from the loose shadow from Black Radiance. I have not used them at all because I switched something else in, and that was a little more pressing. That's a funny. Little more pressing to use up. So I wanted to make sure I got through or worked my way through the other product before I finished these. So these had remained untouched during that entire time period. So that was kind of a fail on that aspect of it. Next, lipstick. I had this little Buxom Mini, and I think one of the things that I really kind of hurt myself with this Project Pan was I put too many lip products in, and I worked on too much of it. So when I was working through my products, it took me a while to wear the colors, utilize them, and when push came to shove, I just didn't have a chance to get through all of it. So that's why my Buxom Mini still has a mini bit left. So I'm going to still work on this. It's a nice color, but while I was working on some of my other lip colors, which were perfect for fall and winter, I didn't have a chance to utilize this one during that season either. So we're going to work on that in the next year. The other, let's get to these two products actually. So these two products, they were let's see if I can get you to work. There we go. It's the NYX eyeshadow base in the shade Skin Tone. it has a decent amount used up. It's still, I would say, like the bottom half bit here. So I'm still going to work my way through that. I'm not boo-hooing about it. I kind of knew when I switched in some new products that I was not going to get to that. Additionally, my Rimmel London, what are you called? Glam Eyes Royal Linen. I've only gotten through a small amount. Let's see if we can catch that light. Perfect. There we go. I have a nice dip over here, but I have not finished out the entire product. Boo on that side. But I only use this as a highlighting or a blending color, and it doesn't go as quickly as people tend to think about it. Now, the two products that I've really been enjoying and I use daily, and I'm so happy I finally have a chance to use them, is the Benefit Creaseless Cream Shadow in RSVP. And I have made a very happy, nice, large dip into there. I'm still working on it. It is drying out. So, while I am kind of sad, I am happy that I'm utilizing this. So, I'm going to keep that on. And then I also have my LA Colors Eyeshadow Trio. I'm down just to the dark color. I don't really use this. I've noticed summertime I'm really liking just this very kind of light, awake look to my eyes. Plus, I just didn't have much time to utilize it. Let's be honest. A lot of times this year I was working a lot, and I was lucky if I was able to drag myself out of bed and drive myself safely to work. So that's what the shindig was. So I have 6 products left over from my original project pan. I'm quite happy with that. I started out with 30. I'm down to 6. I'm not going to boo-hoo about that or poo-poo on that. I'm happy. So the products that I did finish out, which I was super excited to finish, the Wet n Wild Ultra, what were you called? The Ultimate Minerals Powder Foundation. I took out the sifter. It is completely empty. This packaging reminds me a lot of the e.l.f. products with the big kind of like acrylic packaging. It was just too big, too clunky. It did work quite nicely though. I did like how it mattified my face. I will not purchase. I don't think I can actually even purchase it anymore, so that's goodbye. The lip color that took me forever to get through was the NYC Appalicious Lip Balm in, what were you called? Appalicious Pink. And I just have a little bit in there. It looks like that. It was a very nice magenta color on my lips, but I'm not digging into this thing. It was so much work and drama, and just I'm sick of this color at this point. So it did feel nice. I feel like many lip or tinted lip balms do leave my lips very dry feeling, so I would apply chapstick afterwards. But it was a nice color. I'm glad I worked through this entire thing. When I first started out with this project, I think I had the entire tube to get through. And last but not least, I have my Your Best Friend Brow Pencil. This I didn't exactly finish. I went to use it a few days back, and it completely broke off. It was so dry to the bone that even when I tried to like rub it onto my hand and whatnot, it just did not want to show up at all. And I still had, I want to say, a good ½ inch left of this brow pencil. I'm not upset about it. I like my current brow products. I'm using the e.l.f. eyebrow kit, and I like that. I find it much easier than trying to sit there and like draw in. I can just go powder, done, out the door. So much happier about it. So those are the products that I had. And now moving on to kind of the meh portion of the whole video of my project pan. I did mention earlier that I cheated. I did purchase something, but I am very okay about it, because in like the last 8 months, I haven't purchased any makeup other than my Ipsy bag, and it's been, first off, my bank account has very much thanked me for it, but I knew when looking at this particular deal that it was something I could not pass up. It was something I really, really, really wanted. I wasn't really into the whole Naked palette hype, like Naked 1, 2, 3 kind of just passed right by me. I didn't really mind that. Just wasn't into it. I love my neutrals, don't get me wrong, I love them, but I have so many other neutrals, but this particular product, I don't know what it was. Maybe because it simply smells so delectable. That's probably like the first big hint for everyone. But I caved and I purchased the Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette. Although the deal that I got was I purchased it, if I could talk, I purchased this through the Home Shopping Network, where if you bought the chocolate bar, you also got the shadow insurance together. So that was like a cute little kit for $29, and I just knew that was a deal I would never get anywhere else, and I jumped on that like white on rice. So I'm very, very okay with that. I'm very zen. I don't mind, because when looking at the rest of my spending for this last year, I was like, that's not bad. I can allow myself to purchase that type of a product and keep it in my collection. So, I just wanted to leave like with a quick recap of my experience. I loved it. I really enjoyed it. I didn't necessarily find it a very difficult experience to, like, some people say, like, oh, I can't watch YouTube videos or hauls when I'm on Project Pan because I want to buy it. I don't find that in myself. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cute, but I'm not like, oh my god, I need to purchase that right now. It's kind of just like the rationale in my mind. It just doesn't work that way. But I would say my biggest kind of downfall that I've noticed in my own spending in the past is if anything is marked down clearance or sale, I'll purchase it. And it doesn't matter sometimes what colors it is or what product it is. Even if it's a product I don't use, for some reason something inside me says go buy it, and I would buy it. And all those things rack up just as easily as regular daily purchases. So end of the month, I'd look at my bill and be like, oh my gosh, I spent $30, $40, $50, $60 on makeup that I didn't need to spend and didn't want to spend. So this was a great way for me to cut into that and utilize what I was having and not just spending it all. So I do have little tips in my little notebook, like right here for you guys. So my first thing is be reasonable. Almost to a cynical level, I would even suggest. Just be very, very reasonable with the products that you're trying to use up. If you're telling yourself that over a 6-month period of time, you're going to try to use up 3 blushes, rethink that immediately. Unless you're like a makeup artist and you have a clientele out the wazoo and that you can use up 3 blushes like that, on a person, you're just not going to go through 3 full-size large blushes in 6 months. Maybe you can. I just think that's nuts. That's not possible. Yeah, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around that. That's not possible. Someone's going to one day prove me wrong on that. I know that. But for me, not possible. Or even like lip products. My biggest trip up, I feel like, with my little lip products, and the reason why I didn't finish my Buxom lipstick was because I don't use lipstick every single day in my makeup routine. And trying to get in the habit of it, and rushing between my 3 jobs, home life, social life, I just did not have it on my mind to sit there and be like, I need to reapply my lipstick. It just was not in me. It was the last thing on my mind. Plus, I chose certain colors that were pigmented enough that they stained my lips, so I didn't really need to reapply. And that just kind of made it difficult to utilize them easily. A lot of times, the colors I even chose didn't go with the majority of my outfits. Like, I wore a lot of red this winter, and a magenta and red kind of clashed together with my basic look. So be thoughtful about that. Think about what you really use. Don't throw in a smoky eyeshadow palette full of greens and blacks if you have never touched a green or a black in your life. I mean, it might be fun to try and throw into the mix, but don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. I feel like you're just setting yourself up for failure in that way. Samples are a great way to help you out in a project pan. They keep you motivated. Plus, those little samples do take up space in your makeup collection, and sometimes it's amazing how much time and product are actually in those samples. My next tip is it's okay if you mess up. Don't kill yourself about it, but don't end your project pan. I see so many girls who they're like, that's it, I bought a lipstick, or I bought 4 lipsticks, and I am done, I failed, I can't do this. I feel like that's, just continue with it. Yes, you messed up, but you can utilize that experience. We learn through our mistakes, and the next time you're going to go out to the store, you might remember that and be like, dang, I felt awful when I came back with several lipsticks. Maybe let's rethink about this. Be flexible with yourself. I think that also comes hand in hand with the idea of pick a project pan that fits your lifestyle and will help you. If you want to start with a 5 pan, start with a 5 pan and start with products that you're just so close to finishing. Or start with a 10 pan, or give yourself a chunk of time or something. There's so many different ways. One lady that I really love following here on YouTube is, her YouTube name is Faithers_K. I'll put it in the, write it here. Look her up. She does a great version of Project Pan, and she's actually inspired me to do kind of like her version of Project Pan for my round 2. You heard it, people. I am doing a round 2. Going into this, that's going to be my next video. Sneak peek. I'm rolling over these 2 suckers. But she does her version with, she picks like 13 products. Out of those 13, she wants to finish out 10. So she gives herself that wiggle room. It's not like those 10 products only. And it's not all the products she puts on her face. She allows herself to kind of utilize a different color blush if she wants, or something else. It allows herself to switch it up, which is great. Let's see. My third big tip, shop your stash. In December, I did a big December decluttering video, and that really got me thinking about what products I had, what colors I had, how much of certain stuff did I have, and it felt like I was actually shopping because so many things I forgot that I had. So allow yourself to go through your makeup every few weeks, play around with it, take it out, swatch up your hands, just make sure you can wash it off and that they're not staining products like right before a big event. And just have some fun with that. I feel like that helps with figuring out what you have in your makeup stash. And then number 4 is, I think I'm on number 4. Am I on number 4? I think so. Whatever. My next tip is pick things that you would logically use / like. For example, I had that darn shine spray, and I hated it. I disliked it. I had it for like 2 years, never used it. Stuck in my project pan. After 6 months, I still hated it. I used it once during the entire time, I think, and I chucked it. It was not for me. I hated it. It was a bane of my experience. And I think it's just a good idea to utilize it, get it done, quick, get it out. If you're not going to use it now, you're not going to use it in 6 months, you're not going to use it ever in life. So why hold on to that? It's going to go bad before the day you finally decide to use it. So don't be afraid to kind of let go of things in your project pan. Accept that there's going to be some things, that there's going to be some products that are going to go bad. It's okay. Just work with it. So that's my project pan update. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the bottom bar. My next video is going to be my project pan round 2. As I mentioned, it's going to be a little different version of it, but I'm very excited for it, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye!